Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Sikiksyd. I'm a psychic, shaman, medium, seer. I connect to deceased loved ones, spirit guides, ancestors, archangels of the light. If you're interested in my services, are linked down below in the description box. But you can also find my only two social media accounts, Snapchat and Instagram. Thank you so much for your kind comment, like, subscription, donation, reading, booking, DM, messages, review, referral. This is for Taurus. You can call in your deceased loved ones, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your archangels of the light as well, so that you can know if this reading is for you. This is for Taurus. All right. Today I'll be modeling with Pompeii. I've been modeling with Pompeii since May 2019. Thank you so much for sending all of the beautiful jewelry. Thank you so much for also sending me all the gift cards, for making me feel very appreciated as an ambassador. I love you guys so much. And this is for Taurus. All right. So again, check your Venus. Check where you have Taurus in your astrological chart. All right. This is for Taurus. Okay. All right. What is the future situation that Taurus will be dealing with? Keep an open mind while watching this reading, okay? Again, if you feel intuitively guided to watch the reading is for you, you don't have to be a Taurus to resonate with the reading. Again, check your Venus and where you have Taurus in your astrological chart. I already did your sister, okay, Scorpio. She was done earlier today, so this is for Taurus. What is the future situation that Taurus will be dealing with, Holy Spirit? What is the situation? Okay, so you have dead end. 45 breaking it down into a 9. This is Virgo energy. It could also be Sagittarius. Could be dealing with a Capricorn, Cancer, Aquarius, Virgo, Scorpio. You also have grief and sadness. All right. So Gemini, Aries, Virgo, Scorpio, or an Aries. If you have any of that in your chart. So the future situation you're dealing with is there's a lot of grief and sadness about something coming to a dead end. Something, it's almost like, you know, the rose represents beauty. It also symbolizes romance. So there could be a loss of romance. There could be solitude with the dead end. There could be an enlightenment that something, or like a realization, a sense of learning from something coming to a dead end. That does lead to grief and sadness. Okay? What needs to be faced by Taurus? Okay. So this can also be like news, right? Like sad news, news you didn't expect to receive. This is also, you're coming to a dead end. This could be philosophically, psychologically, or spiritually. You're coming to a dead end because there's a need to learn something new. Okay? There's a need to learn something new. You're all about self-worth, self-esteem, self-value. But the dead end is coming from a need for you to learn something new spiritually, philosophically, or psychologically. Your faith. This is like belief, okay? Because power is not knowledge. Money is not power either, okay? Power does not stem from knowledge. Power does not stem from money, but power stems from your belief. It stems from you being able to believe in something. Having faith, right? I feel like you are battling that want for faith. You want faith to believe in something that's worth believing in. You will be facing the potential gateway. 50 breaking down into a 5. This is about the Hierophant, constitution, institution, foundation, church, service, marriage, fatherhood. Taurus can also be about nature. and the roots. So this almost does feel like this is Leo energy. So narcissism starts in the house of Taurus, second house. Doesn't extremely exert itself really until Leo, though. That's where it comes into full effect of narcissism and egotism. The potential gateway is also to your heart. Leo is also the heart, being guided. The roots make me feel like this could honestly be about your familia, about the family. What have you learned from maternal or even paternal figures? There's unicorns out here. You know, the potential gateway also looks like a planet, right? You will be facing... Ooh. The dead end stems from what you've been rooted to believe your entire life. And since you're walking almost towards a brand new pathway of the heart, you're being guided by your heart. It's no longer just a potential gateway, but it is where your journey is leading you, towards your heart. Away from what you've always believed. You're going home. Some of you are star seeds as well. You have clear endeavor. You're going home. 39 breaking down into a 12, which breaks down into a 3. So Taurus, Libra, some of you are mothers. Some of you are business owners, entrepreneurs. You own your own business. But clear endeavor, it's almost like a clean slate. The dead end is stemming from maybe what you've seen your family do, what you've been taught by family, or what you've been rooted to believe your entire life, because you're a fixed sign, right? And this is clearing the path for a new journey, guided by the heart. So it's very different. Everything with you is always very internalized, Taurus. You're an internalized sign. The potential gateway, right? The potential for you to go down a new path with your heart. The potential to go to a new endeavor. The potential to go down a new life. A new way of believing is now open for you. Open sesame. I don't know what that means for you, but open sesame. Something about the winter is important. There's also a surrender of your desire. Pisces here, because the number 12, that's the hangman. This is surrender. Okay? What you are facing is you're surrendering what you always believed. You're surrendering what you've always believed. It's the future for Taurus. You could be traveling as well. Pisces is the sign of sorrow. Pisces is also considered the whore of the astrology sign. It can be the harlot. It can be, those that overdose. It's the drug addicts. It's the mental institutions, asylums, psychological and emotional problems. There's a surrender of just the potential. This is about making things into a reality. What is the future for Taurus? You could be getting a new job. I see you could literally be getting a new job, a new opportunity. Yeah, you could also be teaching or learning from someone. Also, some of you are in the military or in the police force. Some of you are also having to co-parent. Or you have combined finances with, child. Yeah, there's something wrong here. You have combined, it could be with like you have combined finances with someone who could be infertile, divorced. That could be like your baby's mama as well. Or some of you are dealing, I'll show you what's going on here. The Star and the Four of Pentacles, okay. So, okay, it's interesting. All right, the Five of Swords. Some of you are dealing with an Aquarius. I see, there's theft here. And then the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay. This is going to require you to have to be open-minded about the idea that you don't know everything. So let that idea settle in before I do this reading. That maybe you don't know everything. Okay? Three of Wands. Okay. King of Pentacles. Okay. And the Ace of Wands. And the Page of Pentacles. Do I want to? I'll maybe get one more. Oh, the Magician. All right. Wow. Bottom of the deck, you have the Sun. Okay. Very interesting. So, Taurus. Is that? Yeah, we could line it up like this. We can line it up like this. Okay. So the Sun is symbolizing Leo energy. The Sun is also very masculine energy. This is the entertainment industry. This can even symbolize a birth of a son. Some of you, the Sun can also symbolize falling in love. If you're in a relationship, you could be falling in love with your partner all over again. If you're single, you could be falling in love at first sight, or someone's falling in love with you. Okay? So this is what I'm seeing, Taurus. You have the Ace of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You have the Star in reverse, Aquarius, and the Three of Wands in reverse, Sun in Aries. So it's almost like the Star is theft when it's in reverse. The Star in reverse can also symbolize jealousy, body image problems, not getting what you want, but it's honestly not what's best for you. Okay? And a realization that there's a new opportunity and it's time to stop looking back. Okay. Some of you aren't saying anything. You could just not be saying anything. You have the Three of Pentacles, Mars in Capricorn, Four of Pentacles, Sun in Capricorn, King of Pentacles in reverse, Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So I feel like you have combined finances with somebody, but this is like a materialistic relationship. This could be a relationship that is solely based off of money or how much money there is in a situation. This can also be hiding legal documents, hiding emotions, right? Holding back, being stingy. If you're single, the lesson that you need to learn is how to share financially, okay, before you can be in a relationship. But I also feel like you could be learning or going into apprenticeship. You could be a student for some of you. But the King of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like this is about someone who may not be a very good father or be struggling financially. King of Pentacles in reverse can also be a gambler, someone who has a gambling addiction, someone who needs to take better health of their body, right? This could be someone who's overweight. King of Pentacles in reverse can also symbolize someone who's very stingy, will not give the shirt off of their back. This would be someone who could even do illegal activity to make money. This is also an energy of not knowing one's worth and value, or not knowing it within oneself, or not seeing it in others, not acknowledging it in others, which would bring a sense of lack of consciousness. Okay, lack of ethics. You have the Ace of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Swords in reverse, Virgo, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You have the Ace of Wands in reverse, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio. And you have the Five of Swords, Venus, and Aquarius. So someone is going to do something out of revenge. Okay? Someone's finding it very difficult to be excited or to take action for a new beginning. This is someone who's very bitter and fertile with the Queen of Swords in reverse. There could be an arrest that escalates in violence. This could be manipulation. There could even be an abortion here with the Ace of Wands in reverse, or a miscarriage of a son. But I'm also seeing with the Queen of Swords in reverse, this is like Queen of Swords in reverse is a angry energy. You could be dealing with someone who has mental, psychological problems. Someone who's not telling you the truth. Five of Swords in reverse, it's like you're having to sacrifice this. You're having to sacrifice. Someone's also watching you with the Queen of Swords in reverse. That's like when someone is using other profiles to watch you. They could be catfishing, or they're just looking at you and you don't know. There's a sacrifice that has to be made. And you could be very well sacrificing someone like this. Okay? Someone where the passion has been lost. That could be someone you're co-parenting with. That could be like the mother of your children. That could be whoever you're in a relationship with. Just take it all as it resonates. Could be someone in your life. But you're sacrificing someone who meddles. You're sacrificing someone who meddles. Okay? Now, with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, Moon in Taurus, the Magician in reverse, Gemini, Aries, Virgo, Scorpio, the Seven of Cups in reverse, Venus in Scorpio. Feel like there's an abuse of generosity. There's gifts with strings attached. There could be theft here with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Or something's extremely imbalanced. Extremely imbalanced in a situation. This could be you not wanting to pay child support. Six of Pentacles in reverse is like, I don't want to pay child support. Okay, this is like someone not wanting to step up to their responsibilities as a father because they want to save money. But you have the Magician in reverse, which is you're willing to do whatever it takes to get what you want. You may have a lot of options in love, but you don't even like them. The Seven of Cups in reverse. This is also seeing clearly. You could be seeing clearly that someone's very manipulative. They'll do whatever it takes to get what they want. That there's an abuse of generosity. There's no giving and receiving in a situation. You have the Two of Wands, Aries, Scorpio, which is about seeking love online. This can also be planning, going into foreign exchange, trade, stocks, right? Page of Pentacles is in reverse towards Virgo, Capricorn. Knight of Swords is in reverse towards Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. So this is about being, this is lying. This is watching without someone knowing, okay? You could be sending other people to look at someone, but the Knight of Swords in reverse is also, I know everything. This is forcing you to say, okay, maybe I don't know everything. Maybe there's new things that I'm becoming enlightened about. And this is even talking about legally. Okay, this is talking about legally. For a lot of you, because you have justice. Some of you guys could be getting married. Some of you guys could be getting good news about a divorce or legality. All right. I'm also feeling like if you're a feminine energy, there could be a lot of people that are romantically interested in you or falling in love with you because you have Queen of Cups. You also have the Chariot. So Gemini, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and then you have Cancer with the Chariot. So I feel like you're moving forward with emotional maturity and discipline. You can even be getting in touch with the feminine energy within yourself. But the Queen of Cups is a psychic. This is the shaman, the medium, the seer. This is someone who's very creative. Queen of Cups can also be a teacher. Queen of Cups is also someone who has your best interest at heart, and it's a drama-free connection. This could even be your baby's mama for some of you, okay? Others of you are fighting with an angry ex, someone who's willing to take this legal, okay? You could be in court for children for some of you. Others of you are getting a divorce. With the Queen of Cups, this is someone that a lot of people are falling in love with. Okay, this is someone who's very in touch with their emotions and very emotionally balanced. They know how to emotionally regulate. They may even work in psychology or spirituality of some kind. But Page of Pentacles towards Virgo, Capricorn, there's a dropping out. There could be bad financial news. Someone's Knight of Swords. There could be theft. You could literally be dealing with someone where the dynamic is like you guys live above your means. Champagne lifestyle, lemonade budget, right? This can also symbolize dropping out, not wanting commitment. I see the sun coming out and a brand new opportunity coming in, but it comes from the acceptance that whatever you didn't get was not what was best for you. There's luck on your side with whatever you are learning now. You could be in school. Some of you guys could even be going to the gym. You could be teaching, but you are very lucky right now. This is all coming from the cranial. I also feel like someone's being publicly recognized. Someone is being publicly recognized for what they teach or what they're learning. Some of you have a child with somebody, but you could be keeping your money away from that person because you don't want to spend your money on the child. Like, you don't want to have to give up money. You don't think that they'll spend the money where you tell them to put it, right, into the child. You don't think they will, so you don't want to give them the money. That's for some of you. You don't want to give it because you don't trust that they're going to put it into what needs to be put into. I feel like this is a wish and a dream manifesting into a reality. I see the star and the moon on the hands. So there's something that is coming into your physical reality. But it comes from deciding to go down a new road. This is going down a new road. This is making that decision. Okay? Some of you guys could be traveling. The Knight of Swords in reverse is also angry. I see someone, there could be an air sign here, Virgo, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, that's angry. Okay? Because you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So there's just like an energy of almost like dropping out to go towards the sun, to go towards happiness, to go towards fulfillment. This is a dead end. This is a dead end. This is like it's lost its spark. It's lost the attraction. If you're really attracted to someone, that could be lost right now. That's for some of you. Okay? Or vice versa. Someone could have lost the spark for you. Just take it as it resonates. That was a really interesting reading. I feel like even if you have a lot of options, you don't like it, or it's like you're seeing more clearly that what is imbalanced in your life regarding your connections, relationships, different things of that nature. You're now seeing like some of these relationships and connections that you had are extremely imbalanced or based completely off of ego or money. That's what a lot of you are realizing right now. For a lot of you, it's also a problem that someone cannot have children anymore. That bothers you. Some of you really want a son. Someone also could have lost a job. Or someone's like, could be dropping out. They could be having a hard time focusing at work, school, or something of that nature. Or they're having financial difficulties. I see theft here, though. All right. What can you tell us for the future? Energy, the higher self. The detective. Some of you have Virgo in your chart. The detective of the zodiac is Virgo. Technically, it can also be considered Scorpio. Okay, but Virgo is more so the detective. That's why you can't lie to a Virgo or a Scorpio, because they will find out every time. And if you got away with the lie, they will find out later on. It's just impossible to lie to them. It's impossible. Some of you have that in your chart. Performer. Some of you are performers. Okay, you like to wear fedoras and you like to dance, or you like to sing, act. Maybe you're a poet or a writer of some kind, or you're on TV for some of you. Perform, though. This is, what do we talk about? The entertainment industry. There could have been infidelity with the King of Pentacles in reverse. There could be, does not have to be. King of Pentacles in reverse is someone who is in a relationship or a connection for money, or is just not very financially stable and grounded. So take what resonates for you on that, okay? You have the higher self. What did I say? It looked like it's shooting out of her head. The information that you are learning or even teaching is coming from your higher self. Taking the higher road. You have detective and you have the mystic. Some of you could be consulting mystics, psychics, shamans, mediums, seers. You've been watching these videos, you consulting one. Some of you could be one with the crystal ball here. But you could be seeing things in a different light because you're now using what has been provided for you. So what does that mean? even me as a reader, right? You could have chosen not to watch this video, but you chose to anyways. Why? Because it was something that was maybe popped up on your screen, on your home page. Maybe it's something that just ran across your mind. You came across it and you felt divinely guided to watch it, whether you're a Taurus or not. What it's telling you is these different things pop up. And sometimes it's just, I'm the messenger, right? Or another person could be the messenger. Or you could be the messenger, do you get what I'm saying, from the divine. And it may be one thing that I say in this whole reading that resonates for you, and then the rest, none of it resonates. But it could be one thing that does resonate for you. That's like how people are placed on our path just for us to sometimes receive a message. And it can be through their actions, it can be through their words. What someone's actions are, that's about 25% of it. The 25% of it is what happens for you. 75% of it is how you react to it. So just because this could be like people gossip about you, right? This is like people hate your guts. Queen of Swords in reverse, this is someone who would like key your car. This is someone who would fuck you up. I'm just gonna be honest. Queen of Swords in reverse, that's someone who would stalk you, kill you, and then tell the police that you deserved it. That's the Queen of Swords in reverse. It's abusive in any way, shape, or form. Okay, intellectually, mentally, spiritually, physically, sexually, you name it, she's abusive in that way. Or lying. The point is, when people get placed into our paths, right, and it can be like the message is through their actions. So say someone does not see your value. They treat you like shit. Those actions mean it's not meant for you to reflect or project back to them how horrible of a person that they are at heart. What you're meant to take away from it is the message, is the experience. What did you gain from the experience? That sometimes people do not see your value or your worth. That's their loss. It doesn't mean that you are not worthy of better. It just means that person doesn't even see their own worth. So how are they going to see another person's worth? Think about that. People get sent on our paths to just give a message. And it can be through their actions or their words, whether they know it or not. Sometimes other people's ignorance, stupidity, fear, foul actions, poor choices, and decisions, because it's a decision, not just a choice. You have a choice. You can choose good or bad, and sometimes people just choose bad because they're fucked up people, fucked up individuals. It is what it is. The message intertwined in the experience is what you pull away from it. This life was not created for you to have joy and peace and that. If you can find that in this experience that we call life, great. But the truth is, this was created, this life, this whole everything, this illusion, this hologram was created for you to experience it. If you're able to find joy and peace and all that great shit in the middle of it, great, okay? But the point is to live in the present. It's all you really got. You don't know if you got tomorrow. That's the truth of it. You really don't know, right? Which is why you came here, because you're like, well, what's going to happen in the future? You want to know what's going to happen in the future, right? What I'm seeing is some of you are almost like realizing something is not a match. That could be anything, but something is not a match. And now you realize why it's not a match. So this could be, you finally getting closure about something, or a connection that didn't work out, or a connection you could be currently in that's not working out. Or this could be an absentee mother. Some of you had an absentee mother. Or even a father that could have cheated. Making the mother very, not only manipulative, but maybe very bitter. Okay? And making you hold back a little bit more. Because you've seen, maybe some of you guys have seen imbalanced connections and relationships. All codependent relationships stem from the need and want for survival, and they all come from childhood issues. All of it. The moment that you look at the type of connection your mother and your father had is the moment that you're able to look at why you're in a codependent situation or relationship. Do you get what I'm saying? That's when everything changes. What does Taurus need to know? Controlling. Someone's very controlling. Someone's also sincere. You could be trying to control a situation. Some of you are trying to control in different ways. So whoever you are dealing with is trying to control through intellect with the Queen of Swords in reverse. You're trying to control with money with the King of Pentacles in reverse. And possibly even with your words with the Knight of Swords in reverse. Accomplished. Whoever you're dealing with is very accomplished. The two cards you got was controlling and sincere. You could be very controlling, or you were dealing with someone who's very controlling, or you're currently dealing with someone who's very controlling, who has a double standard where they want to give you the bare minimum, or you want to give the bare minimum, but wanting to receive the full package, the whole enchilada, but you're only giving crumbs. Someone's not even giving crumbs. They're giving absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. They could be manipulating by not talking with the Queen of Swords in reverse. This could be someone who's very manipulative by not talking. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. Just find where you resonate with the energy. Do you get what I'm saying? Because none of us are perfect. We're made in the mirror image of, the Big Bang Theory. Whatever, the true spirituality is knowing that whatever you want to call it, Jehovah, you want to call it God, Jesus, a purple person in the sky, whatever you want to call it, it all leads back to one divine purpose. It all leads back to one thing. Faith. Belief. Belief in the now. Because none of this is even real in the first place. So what is there to stress about? Right? What the hell is there to stress about? This is a very interesting energy. Some of you are drawn to things that are not really stable. That's for some of you. I see some of you work with finances, taxes, loans, assets, other people's money. Some of you guys could work in prisons, institutions, and asylums, or even as a realtor, starting a business. Some of you guys could actually be starting a business. And you need to know that you are worthy of abundance. Some of you have stopped yourself from starting a business because you have a level of fear because you'd actually be successful at it. You'd actually make some money, right? But that can be intimidating if you don't think that you're worthy of the abundance that is waiting for you to manifest. You get what I'm saying? Listen to advice from others. Some of you guys could be unemployed. Think positive thoughts. Your person is having sun and next year. Okay? So somebody reminds you of like an angel or something. You know what's interesting? This almost looks like the unicorn. Who just had that? Scorpio had that, where the unicorn message, that's your sister sign, was that there's usually a star at the end of the, what's it called? The horn. Which is about having hope. Some of you guys feel like you're in a hopeless situation. Yeah. You feel like, where do I go from here? I feel like you have complete clarity. Some of you guys could actually be proposing to somebody. Congratulations. You could be traveling to someone as well. Caution. Something about caution. There is a lot of grief and sadness here. And regret just came out. Okay. So you have Twin Flame at the bottom of the deck. My personal belief on even the idea of Twin Flame, this card is a part of the deck. My personal belief is, whatever is truly meant for you will be for you. I don't think you really have to put a label on the spiritual connection that you have with another person. A lot of times people want to put a particular label because they don't want to detach away from something or someone that doesn't serve them. Right? I can't let go of that person. That's my Twin Flame. Okay, but you attaching that label to something that you actually never seen. You could be attaching that label to what other people have told you it is rather than what it really is, because no one actually knows what the hell it is. It's like a unicorn. No one actually seen it. Nobody actually knows, right? On some level. That's sort of what like this is. How are you going to say, oh, that's a twin flame, that's my twin, but you've never actually seen what it is. You know what I mean? You've only heard what it is. Truth is, you got to follow your own heart on what feels right for you. If you want to put a label, whatever attached to it, by all means. But never put a label on a certain connection just because you don't want to let go of how toxic and unhealthy it is, because there's a level of codependency. And no, you don't have to interact with someone to be codependent. You don't. You really don't. It's just the energy and vibration. Are you holding on to the energy, right? Engagement. Some of you guys have regret here. Someone's in regret. Journey. Caution. And soulmate. Someone also could have lied with the Queen of Swords in reverse. They could have had another person involved here. They did that out of revenge. Somebody had another person, like they could have shown off another person. They manipulated for some of you, someone manipulated not only you, but the person that they used in a situation to make themselves appear as if they have multiple options. But the truth is, they don't like their options, even if they have a lot of options. They did this out of ego, bitterness, and manipulation. They did this because they have psychological and mental problems. They showed off some other person they're not even romantically interested in, but they did that out of revenge. Someone did that shit out of revenge. They're vindictive. They're actually vindictive. They did that out of revenge. It was like sabotage. Someone has regret for that now, for doing something like that. Okay, this could have already happened, or it's coming up in the future, something of that nature. But someone feels regret for that. I could be picking up on the energy of someone who does this, and then they feel bad about it later, but they didn't completely think it through. They just acted. Someone just did something. Very instinctive, almost like Aries energy, where they are animalistic. They don't think, they just do. And then later on, when they realize that there's all these casualties, there's all these people who are injured or harmed in the process, they realize that they hurt somebody. That's sort of like what this energy is. Someone didn't think, or someone does not think, they just do. Okay? They just do. I also feel like them doing this out of revenge, them coming from that type of vibration, what they say or whatever they do, okay? Whatever they do is not respected on some level. Because what they are speaking of, I mean, this could literally be, because we're talking about a speaker. Queen of Swords, this person could work in, could be a lawyer. Person could work in the military, could work in the government, could work in the police force. Okay? Whoever this is, though, it's almost like, how do I explain that? I feel like this is someone who wants to know everything. They sort of feel like they know everything. But the truth is, they don't have shit together either. They did that out of revenge. They tried to show something or manipulate another person and show that off, and it backfired. It backfired like bad. Because now they're losing their reputation. They're losing their reputation. Who was that in the last reading? I think that was for, what was that? I think Scorpio had the King of Swords in reverse in the last reading. He was losing his reputation. In this reading, the Queen of Swords is losing her reputation. This person could even be like a singer. They could be a poet. They could be someone who speaks with the Queen of Swords in reverse. But it's like, it's inauthentic. It's inauthentic. They're losing their reputation by the way that they treated another person. It was hella manipulative. Very manipulative. Okay? You have apology. You can expect the apology you want to hear. What did I say? Someone knows that they're extremely manipulative. They may not even be talking to you because they know that they're wrong. They know they manipulated people. They not only manipulated you, but the other person that they dragged into a situation that didn't deserve that. You have abundance. You've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. This is doing the work. What is the work? It's about sort of getting into that scorpionic energy of, let me look at all of the bullshit. Let me look at all the darkness. Let me look at all the creepy crawlies, the horrible parts of this. Let me look at it, accept it, heal from it, and then rise like a damn phoenix. That's you pulling on that energy from your sister. And I just got to chill down my body. As a Scorpio, we give you full permission to pull on that energy. Because that's how you're going to know your self-worth and your self-esteem and your self-value. Okay? You also have soulmate. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you unconditionally. So you have soulmate out here a couple of times. A lot of you are realizing real unconditional love is not about only loving the parts of someone that serve you. That's not love. Real love is also not talking about, I'm going to allow you to walk all over me because I love you. Fuck that. Fuck that. Someone who truly loves you will want the best for you, even if that means them not being in your life. They will wish the absolute best for you. I hope you get the home you want. I hope you get the children you want and the life you want and the lover you want. I hope you get everything that you want. Because I've already accepted that that's not going to be me. That it was never going to be me. Someone who truly loves you wants the best for you, even if they realize that, you know what, I may not be the best for you. There may be something else that's best for you. That's real love. And some people don't want to make that sacrifice. They don't want to make that sacrifice because of their own selfishness. But what good is staying around in someone's life knowing that you're not serving their greater good? What good is that? It's not serving anybody any good. It's just not. You have service and you have prison. You also have reunion. Some of you are dealing with a Virgo. Service is about Virgo energy, but you have prison. Someone could literally be in prison. Okay? Or in a mental asylum or even rehab for some of you. Some of you feel stuck in a situation or a vibration mentality. Some of you continuously keep thinking about someone or someone's continuously thinking about you. This could be a Gemini or a Sagittarius. Okay? Okay, let's look at your career and life purpose. I see some of you guys could be traveling or you're going on a spiritual journey. Some of you are reuniting with someone, so congratulations. Others of you are deciding not to connect to somebody because it's not what's best. With the star in reverse, that's like not getting what you want, but it's not what's best for you in the first place. This would be someone who's not on their path, not using their creativity. They're not feeling very creative right now. Someone is literally losing their reputation because they did something out of revenge and it hurt multiple people. It's like someone was really ruthless. It's almost like they didn't care about the mind games. They didn't care. It's like that damn Aries energy. I'm so serious. Some of you were dealing with a Virgo, Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. Okay? And they could have Taurus in their Mercury. They could have Taurus in their Venus. They could have Taurus in their Uranus. Virgo, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Or they have Virgo, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini in their Venus. Okay? You have Black Moon, Lilith, Mystery, 12 breaking down into a 3. Your career actually involves helping people release their bitterness. Lilith is literally about the feminine energy within us, which would sort of be like you connecting to Scorpio, right? You're sort of drawing on that energy right now. Regarding your intellect, your speaking, your thinking, and sense of connection, marriage, relationships, love. What does that even look like, right? Black Moon Lilith is the rawest, most animalistic form of our feminine energy within ourselves. The things that we want in the bedroom that we don't really speak of, right? The taboo. And Scorpio is all about the taboo. And it is, Leo is really where sex begins. That's when we're talking about, teenager, when you start to reach puberty. Leo's when you masturbate for the first time. Leo's when you fall in love for the first time. Your crush, right? You have a crush for the first time. But when we get to Scorpio, that is when we are talking about actual sex. We're talking about consummation on some level, co-creation, right? Black Moon Lilith mystery. That's also like getting to know the deep, darkest parts of a person. Being inside of a person is a very deep experience. Making someone orgasm, that's a very deep experience. Your life purpose and career is about helping people release the illusion of their own bitterness. Because this can talk about being the Queen of Swords. This can literally talk about, some of you guys are doctors, some of you guys are lawyers, some of you guys work in the military, the government, or you work as a teacher. But you're helping people release the mystery of, why do I feel so bitter? Virgo is about the gigolo, bisexuality, androgyny, health. What are you willing to do on an everyday basis to meet the needs that you have, that you hide? You get what I'm saying now? Some of you help people figure out what it is that they want to do for the rest of their life. You could be a counselor, a teacher. Some of you guys you work for yourself. Okay, I see 2 3s out here. 33 is the master teacher. It's also the master healer. I myself am a master number 3. And so when we're talking about 3s, it's about being a visionary. It's also about being a nurturer, okay? Your life purpose and career actually centers around you working with your neighborhood, okay? Healthy connections, helping people realize what is a healthy connection when it comes to, your family, colleagues, schoolmates, siblings, friends, when it comes to the relationship you have with yourself, what is necessary for you to do on an everyday basis to release the mystery and surrender the mystery of one's desires. Woo! That's what you help people through? You're amazing, Taurus. I think you really do help people release the mystery of their own sense of bitterness. Surrender one's desire. Why do I gotta give them my desire? Because your desire isn't even fucking real. That's you creating some type of fantasy outside of yourself. This life, again, is meant for you to experience. And Virgo loves sensation. Virgos use their bodies like a weapon. That's why you see a lot of Virgos can be high-class escorts. Virgos can be porn stars. They can be strippers. They can be all of these different things. Because when we're talking about Virgo, what are you willing to do to make the money that is necessary to fulfill one's needs? Do you get what I'm saying? Great. Virgo's also about, school, work. Virgos put in the work. Could say a lot of things about Virgos, but Virgos put in the work. Some of you guys are in school. Some of you guys are working with the human body. Anatomy could be important. Some of you guys work in science, okay? But yeah, you help people figure out the mystery of their feminine desire within. This is like a sexual instinct that comes from the feminine energy. What was it about Lilith? Lilith was like, I want equality, or I don't want to be submissive. And the thing about it, and this goes for Taurus women and Scorpio women, they will not allow someone to be in a position of, they won't let you dominate unless you're worthy of that position. They just won't. Doesn't matter who you're dating, doesn't matter the gender. The Scorpio and Taurus women will not allow someone to dominate them if they don't deserve that position. Because they'll walk right on all over you. They'll walk all over you if you're not ready for that position. Do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Very interesting. I feel like you help people release, not even release, but become more clear about that animalistic instinct of what is considered so taboo and hidden, and the bitterness that comes from heartbreak, right? You help people surrender the mystery of where it all comes from. It all comes from the sense of abandonment, the sense of lack of self-esteem and self-worth, the feeling that love never works out for me, right? You help people release that. Princess Diana, some of you dealing with a Cancer. She was a Cancer. I don't go by the rule book. I lead from the heart, not the head. Diana, Princess of Wales. You know, they asked her in an interview, do you think you'll ever be the Queen of England? And she said no. And they said, why? Now, that's a crazy thing for the princess. Why would she say that? She said that because, she said, I say that because I rule from the head. I rule from the heart. I don't rule from the head. And that is not the way that they rule the kingdom. It's just not. It's not the way that they operate. She came from a place of compassion and empathy. Your advice is, don't rule with your head, but rule with your heart. What does your heart tell you, Taurus? Where does your heart tell you? Because at this point, anything is better than a damn dead end. Than it not beating at all. Find ecstasy in life. The mere sense of living is joy enough. Emily Dickinson. That's what I'm saying. This experience, the now, that is what you focus on. The now. What are you creating now, Taurus? It's very interesting. Some of you guys are raising in consciousness, or you could be learning from someone who has done that. All right, what is the energy that you'll be embodying? Let's see. The Six of Cups, Eight of Cups. Oh my gosh, Whitney Houston. The only thing I know about her actual chart was she was a, what was she? She was a Venus in Leo, and she also had a Mars in Libra, okay? But her Venus, it was Leo. The Eight of Cups is Saturn and Pisces. And I think someone else had that, where it was that song that I kept hearing where it's about the greatest love of all. What's the greatest love of all? If you listen to that song, you'll realize that the greatest love of all, she said, was the strength that she found within herself. There is no savior. When you realize we are a mere reflection of, you know, you want to call it God, Buddha, Jehovah, whatever you want to call it, that had the Big Bang Theory, basically came into carbon matter, and boom, shakalaka, here we are. Boom! Here's the universe. We are a mere reflection, and if I'm imperfect, that means you're imperfect as well. Do you get what I'm saying? This is walking away. This is the actual spiritual journey. You're walking away from things that don't serve you. You could be getting help from a light-haired female. The Eight of Cups is also the energy of, yes, Whitney Houston went through a lot of highs, and she also went through a lot of lows. In the public eye, this is about being able to hold your head up high with grace, confidence, accomplishment. And you have John Lennon, Sun in Scorpio. Some of you are also going to be starting a business that you're not very familiar with, but you're meant to go into it with, okay? You're meant to pursue this or do it in a way that's never been done before. Because you don't have a lot of knowledge on it, you actually will be more able to shape it into what it is that you want, and you'll probably do it in a way that's never been done before. Sun in Scorpio, I think you're looking at your memories. You could be reuniting with someone from the past. Six of Cups is also connecting to a past life soulmate, someone you've known in a past life. But this is also you being very nostalgic. You thinking about someone you knew from elementary school, middle school, high school, or college. Also, some of you guys are leaving behind the past, okay? Leaving behind the memories. And they may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. All your dreams, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. She believed that the children were the future. That you get you get more with honey than you do with vinegar. You can hear the beauty in her soul. Your energy moving forward is you literally will have the greatest love of all within you. Within you. It's not about some savior. It's not about somebody being able to dictate if you go to hell or heaven or whatever the hell it is. This is about you realizing I'm sacrificing what I've always believed, that I must suffer in order to receive joy. That's being released. pretty beautiful. It's pretty beautiful. Let's look at, all right, what do you not see coming for Taurus? Ooh. Bold, plenty of material things. And woman, dealings a relationship with a woman. And you have table, hard work ahead. Okay. Some of you guys could be meeting someone at work or meeting someone at school. That's for some of you. Rainbow, the most difficult part of a situation is over. This is about all of the orishas. This is also about the alignment of Kundalini. Kite, vacation. You could be going on a vacation with your significant other. You could be going on a journey. If you're in a relationship, you guys could be traveling together. If you're single, I think you could be traveling by yourself and just sort of going off towards to find whatever is meant for you in this world. Honestly, let's look at what is hidden from you, Taurus. What is hidden from you, Taurus? Okay. Student, learning, classes, college, observant, listening, study. So someone is really a student here. Okay. You also have social media, popularity, influencer, tech savvy. So someone is very well known. Okay. Someone's very popular on social media. Okay. Someone's also learning something new. They could be like in college, or they're taking extra classes in their career. Okay, different things of that nature. They're broadening their belief through learning more. Isolation, depression, loneliness, the hermit. So what you don't see is there's a lot of isolation, there's depression, there's loneliness. The powerful man is in reverse, bossy, egotistical, and aggressive. So what you don't see is someone is very bossy, egotistical, aggressive. It's all this is stemming from isolation, depression, loneliness. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here, Taurus. Okay, that could be you for some of you with the King of Pentacles in reverse. Just take it all as it resonates. It's just energy and vibration. Knight of Swords in reverse can be Queen of Swords in reverse as well. Let's look at the mini deck. Spirit guides, ancestors, deceased loved ones, factor into the light. What is the message you want to tell Taurus? If you could tell them anything, what would you like to tell them? If you could tell them anything. Oh, you gave me two. Okay. Magic. You are a magical being with the ability to create your own reality. This involves stepping into your power and believing in your own abilities. When armed with this confidence, you'll create and be a living example of magic. So this is saying, do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic? Yeah. Soundtrack. Every hero needs their theme music, and you are no exception. What are you consistently listening to or telling yourself? Ensure the soundtrack of your life is filled with affirmations, positivity, and motivation. Okay? But yeah, that song, she's like, I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I'll live as I believe. As long as you're doing what feels right for you, Taurus, you really can't go wrong. Because at least you can sleep without regrets. Regrets are stupid. Vibes. Your energy speaks louder than words, so it's important to be cognizant of not only your vibes, but those of your surroundings. If at any point the vibes feel off, grab a crystal, center yourself, and or exit stage left. Okay? So you do have caution here. There's something, some of you are going to be breaking up with someone in public because you don't think that you should do it in private, because this could be someone who could get very vindictive. So you may be doing that for some of you. Others of you, you could be dealing with a difficult baby's mother. Some of you are dealing with a difficult baby's mother, a difficult ex. It's like you really shouldn't bother people when they're in an official relationship or anything like that. Just let them be happy with who they're happy with. Give me, okay, ooh. Some of you also could be workaholics, okay? So you have a horse. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. What is that? It's a monkey. Okay, so you have a horse. You have a monkey here. Monkeys actually represent that you're listening to one's ancestors, right? And just because monkey see does not mean monkey has to do. So just because someone decided to do something out of revenge, they're very manipulative, abusive, narcissistic, doesn't matter their age, whatever, doesn't mean you have to do what they did. Jinn, Some of you guys could be celebrating, drinking, for some of you, okay? That could be a favorite drink, gin. That's for some of you there. You have an angel. So someone could be a light worker or an intuitive. The number 9 is also the sign of the earth angel. So some of you guys there's an angel present. Someone deceased could be present, okay? You also have trust. So I think trust is going to be very important for you, okay? Trust. Trust in what you can't see. What does that mean? Just because, you know, you can't prove magic doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Magic is very much so real. Magic came from Atlantis. The first story was not Adam and Eve. The first story was Atlantis and Lemuria, okay? If we're going to talk facts here. But what you need to realize, you know, is it's okay to trust. It's okay to trust. It's okay to trust in what you can't see. It's okay. To trust in your own identity as somebody who is a divine being, as someone who's, you know, angelic in your own way. You have rabbit. Manifest good luck and fertility. Okay. Someone could feel very sexual as well during this time. Something about Easter could be important. Spring is here and life is blooming all around and within you now. Many blessings you have been waiting for are now coming to fruition. When spring happens inside of us, we become ripe in our essence and heart. This gives us the ability to create and give birth to our creations more easy. Take that as confirmation. With the Magician in reverse, somebody does not check off all of your boxes of what you want in a person or a partner, or vice versa. Okay, there's someone who just it doesn't match. There's just a lot of manipulation and you don't want any part of it, is what I see. This gives us the ability to create and give birth to our creations more easy. It is a very fertile time to manifest your desires. Whatever it is you put your mind and heart to will be multiplied and quickly. So this is saying be aware of because, you know, rabbits multiply very quickly when it comes to their offspring. Some of you guys could have twins or triplets for some of you. But I'm also saying, you know, just be aware of what you're putting your money, time, energy, effort into because it will multiply. That's what it's saying. Some of you, like a lot of people could be following you, 50, or following the person that you're interested in. That's for some of you. There could be a lot of attention being given. Or you're watching someone on social media. Luck in love is bad today, but in business, sure to pay. 50, you got another 50. So 50 could be important to you. That breaks down into a 5. Appearances to you seem good and fortune more than kind, but you could win both wealth and fame if you were not so blind. You will receive unjust treatment from a near relative. You may get your wish later on. For some of you, this could be a sibling or some type of relative, mother, father, you name it, it could be it, okay? Brother, sister, someone's not going to be treating you fairly, okay? All right, what else? Oh, I'll give you 10 seconds to figure out what question you want to ask, and then I will flip, take that as confirmation, and then I will flip the magic coin. All right, so take your time to figure out what it is for you that you want to ask. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Before I even do that, I see signs out here. Gemini, Cancer, Virgo, Taurus, and Leo are on the signs of this student card. Okay? All right. And it says love on the, love is like Leo energy. It says that on the laptop. All right. What's the question? Ask the question. Your answer is yes. Let me see if you can see that. Your answer is yes. Okay? Whatever you just asked me, your answer is yes. Okay? Thank you so much for coming, Taurus. If you feel intuitive to God to watch the reading, it is for you. Personal reading information is linked down below in the description box, and feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. Okay? It looks like a lot of you guys are going to be getting some kind of apology or giving an apology. So just take it all as it resonates, all right? And I love you guys. Later.